We'll show you what we've come to know on board while sailing wisdom.
So we're gonna get the anchor up and we're gonna set sail. Our goal is Swansboro, but it's 28 miles away. And if we don't make it to Swansboro, we're gonna stop at Hammock Bay, which is like 20 miles from here or somewhere around there.
Charlie, no. Charlie. I slept in here last night because the chain smelled like dead fish and low tide. And I don't like that. I'm very sensitive to smells, so that's the beauty of having two beds. Hi, Jerry. You girls aren't gonna let me sleep anymore, are you?
Perhaps not. Alright, I'm gonna get the anchor up and I'll get Stan up. And then we'll get going.
Alright.
Bye, enjoy the beards. Alright, we are off. So a little trick, if you are single-handing and you need to get your anchor up, and it's kind of a tight area, and then you're gonna be needing to sail, and downwind after you're done, get your head sail up alone. Just raise your head sail and turn your helm hard to one way. Hard to port or hard to starboard. The boat will actually spin in circles around your anchor, but more importantly, when the anchor comes up, the boat will keep spinning in circles. And that means that you won't start sailing into a beach or something like that before you can get back to the helm, because you have to get the anchor from the bottom all the way up to your roller. And that part can take a while. Now we're making our way. I'm shooting for Swansboro, and I hope we'll make it. Oh yeah, so it's the super early hour. It's currently 8:30 in the morning. The sun's just coming out, and we're already producing 300 watts from our solar panels.
So today we've been sailing and it's been awesome. We've been heeled over even about 10 degrees. It's really nice to just feel the wind in our sails. It's a very comfortable sail because, you know, here in the Intercoastal Waterway, we get the joy of sailing without the waves and the seasickness, and so it's just smooth and slick and graceful. So really beautiful day of sailing today. I made some chickpea salad to celebrate. Good night, Charles. When you're going dead downwind, you can either pull out your boom and preventer and all that mess, or you can kind of sneak around some stuff. So you sheet the boom in nice and tight so it's center line over the boat, and you simply don't raise the main all the way. You leave it like 3 to 4 feet shy. If it's light winds, that's all you do. If it's blowing a bit harder, attach the first reef but do nothing with the clew lines. And then your sail is just short with an epic amount of twist that's just uncontrollable, and the sail will just lay flat against the spar and everything, and it's great for downwind. And if you jibe and flop side to side and whatnot, the boom doesn't do anything. It just hangs out right behind you, and it'll just go a little bit, and the whole sail just goes from one side to the other, kind of leaning against the rig and the spreaders. So that's our nifty little dead downwind trick for when you can't really be controlling jibes too much because it's really narrow and you kind of have to go this one way regardless of what the wind is doing.
We're approaching Swansboro now, and everything about the weather has just become a little bit more intense than it has been for most of the day. So the wind just increased, the sun went away, and it's gotten significantly colder. So coming into this anchorage is going to be a little bit more stressful than we had originally planned, but that's okay. We're used to that. We're gonna drop the sails about a half mile out so that we just take that out of the equation and motor into our anchorage.
But I'm super excited because Swansboro had this really cool candy store and I want to go visit it and buy a bunch of candy and chocolates. Because the last place we went to, the ice cream place, was gone. So I really hope the candy store is still there because that'd be sad if it's 2 for 2.
We're anchored here in Swansboro. When we came in last night, it was getting a little windy and then it calmed down, and this morning was just absolutely glorious. We did laundry, I got some water in the tanks, all was great. But there was this forecast for thunderstorms. And honestly, earlier today when you looked, the sky was blue, all the directions. It was a gorgeous day. But storms don't sneak up on you. They always show themselves when they're coming, and you can see this guy. It's a big one. Now, having the boom pulled out so far to the side actually is a huge help in this situation. So it'll help keep the boat steady. If the boom is centerlined and just pulled straight back, when the wind hits it, it's hitting this big wall and it wants to push it. And then you start sailing around all over the place. By having it pulled out to the leeward side, it stays over there on the leeward side. So you got the rudder with the current trying to push the boat up, and then this guy holding you back. So it's just, everything is set to kind of counter out each other and literally keep you hove to. And then it's less awful. It's not great. I mean, it's much nicer to be in an area that doesn't have a crazy current with wind over tide situation. But if you're stuck in one, this is what we do. So if we were sailing, we'd be doing the exact same thing. You have the trysail out to leeward, you have the helm turned hard towards windward, and then you just sit and you're hove to. You drift laterally through the water, you have a slick to windward, it calms down the waves. Everything's the same. The only difference is you don't have any sail up and you have an anchor out. And that's it. You still sit in the same conditions and at the same attitude to the waves. So you just want to make sure you have that nice slick there because it'll calm the nasty waves that are coming from the wind right down. And if you can calm those suckers down, everything's just happier. And then your dinghy, we have right behind us, right here. Whee, there's our dinghy. So the dinghy hangs out in the leeward of the boat. So it's not seeing waves or wind or anything. It's just, everything's lower stress and then hopefully less braking. And that's it. That's how we ride out horrible, crappy weather. So we're gonna be here for about 2 days while it stinks like this. And then it's supposed to be really nice after that. And then we'll keep sailing.
Well, days like this, I like to take advantage of. So I'm getting some much needed editing done just to get videos out for you guys. Worked a little bit on the Instagram. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Rigging Doctor. And yeah, good day to get stuff done.
I never felt tomorrow closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time's in a rush. Leaves are falling down, but at least they grow back while I'm on a one-way track. Now I know what it means to grow. Time I got, it is just enough to get by. Yeah, it is just enough to get
Swansboro is a really cute, tiny little historic town along the ICW in North Carolina, and the one thing that stood out for us that we really remembered about it from last time we were here was this candy store. So we're gonna go treat ourselves, get some candy. It happens to be our anniversary today, 6 years, so our little present to ourselves is candy.
Now I know what it means to grow old. Yeah, now I know the time I've got, it is just enough to get by. Oh, now I know what it means to grow old. Yeah, now I know the time I've got, it is just enough to get by. Yeah, it is just enough to get by.
Excited to see Beaufort. We haven't seen it before. It's gonna be a new place for us.
We got the sails up, we're sailing along, we're going 5 knots. And we're gonna go check out our friend who has an electric setup. He's got an Auberg 37 with an electric motor.
Thanks for watching this episode of Sailing Wisdom. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next Rigging Doctor episode. And if you're interested in even more Rigging Doctor awesomeness, consider becoming a patron to see all of our extras. Can't wait to see you next time as you join us out here on the high seas.